You ever wondered how a high jumper trains? How can they do the workouts and jump from the same leg all the time? How do they train? Do they train both legs equally? Do they just jump with the good leg? And how many times a week can they really jump? This must be really taxing, right? So if you do a plyometric training program, usually in the guidelines they would say, okay, just do 3 times a week, 2 times a week, because it's so taxing on the body. Well, for my new book, Explosive Mode, I interviewed Nadine Lanners, who is a high jumper, and it was really fascinating to understand how do they train and why. Now, I've known Nadine probably about 15 years. We train in the same club. Of course, she's been training high jump, and you might have seen one of my old YouTube videos where we actually do some hurdle jumps together. And actually done now in the past years, often when she's in Luxembourg, we've done some training sessions together just for fun. The fact is that she's been abroad, and it's been really tough to get a hold of her. She actually loves to travel, so she's been in the most exotic places. And if you go on her Instagram, you will see pictures from just around the world. She loves to travel, and she's still competing. We were talking a lot about the politics of getting into these big championships, representing countries, and the interest of coaches as well. So if you're an athlete and you train abroad, it's not that easy to train with maybe coaches that want to go to big championships and know that they won't be able to go because you represent a different country. Well, through the interviews and the time I spent with her, I learned a lot about high jump training and how they structure their training. And I think in the book itself, that's one of the sections that I like to read myself and revise and really look back and say, okay, how do they structure that? Because I think it's a lot of impact on the ankles, a lot of impact on the nervous system, and also in high jump, it's very technical, and they have this problem, or not a problem, but I would say you have to be very careful with your body weight, because the less you weigh, of course, the better your power to weight ratio usually is. But you have to find a good balance. So pick up the book and get to know her a bit better. I'm Eric Snell, the author of the Fit Businessman book and the Explosive Mode book. You can follow me on Instagram, and just go to explosivemode.com and get your hands on this hardcover book.